Welcome to our Deepening Our Practice with Oracle Cards workshop. Thank you so much for joining me for this workshop that is intended to not only deepen your practice, but also deepen your experience of your intuition on your spiritual path as well. Before we begin, really begin together, I'd love for you all to put your hands on your heart. Just allow yourself to relax. Close your eyes. We're connecting together now through the ether in this moment, energetically, spiritually, and soul-wise. So let's take a moment to honor that. Our energies are sharing this leg of the path, this turn of the path together. And so we connect with each other now and feel that group vibrational energy as well as our individual energy. Allow your body to feel grounded and protected here. Safe and secure. And now allow yourself to widen your perception, to feel the support and love of the energetic beings associated with the messenger cards, the energetic beings who support you on your path, your spirit tribe. Allow yourself to feel their energy around you, guiding you, assisting you. And they're excited for you, for giving yourself this gift and investing in yourself over the next 5 weeks. Nice long exhale through the mouth. And when you feel ready to, you can gently open your eyes. And just kind of do a nice stretch with me for a moment. Just allowing your body to feel grounded and present in this space that we are sharing together. So as we begin our work together now, I call in the energies that work with us all energetically, those energies of unconditional love that are here to assist us on our paths and assist our souls in experiencing our purpose for this life here on earth. I also call in the energetic beings, the vibrational beings of unconditional love associated with the messenger cards themselves, and ask that their messages be clear for us, that their guidance be loving for us, and that we are able to understand the messages that are being shared with us by them. And before we start, also want to offer a thank you to those energetic beings associated with the messenger cards, and to Sandra Kuntz herself for creating this deck and for so lovingly allowing us to interact with and work with this deck so deeply, so powerfully, individually and as a group over the next 5 weeks. So thank you, Sandra, and thank you to the energetic beings associated with the messenger cards. So, for this first week, the card that we are working with together is card 10, Self-Love. This is a powerful message that Raven has here for us, and it is for our first week an essential message before we begin our journey even more deeply, and that is coming to an awareness of our own experience, to all the facets of ourself, and an offering of love to all of those parts of ourselves, even those parts that scare us and that we want to run away from or want to reject in our experience. So we're starting this week by looking at our reflection with Raven. So take a moment to look at the image. Pull that out of your deck right now with me. And let's just take a moment to look at this image together. allow yourself to just jot down, maybe go ahead and write it, or at the very least pay attention to your initial reaction to this card. What are the emotions that you experience upon first looking at this image? What comes up for you when we talk about self-love, looking at our reflection, at an image of ourselves, and also looking at what Raven wants us to look at about ourselves? Pay attention to how that feels. What comes up for you when you look at this card? You might find that at first you have a panic at the thought of needing to take a look at yourself, at a mirror image of yourself, at that reflection. To actually look at it head on without any distractions might feel really scary for you. Or you might be filled with a feeling of love and understanding at the thought of gazing at the reflection of yourself. There's no judgment attached to either of these experiences. In this moment together as a group, we are honoring for ourselves a reflection that comes up immediately upon first glancing at this deck. Not this deck, this card, guys. So, exploring the emotions first as we have. Now let's pull the lens back and let's allow our intuition to share with us some messages here. What do you hear or intuit looking at this card? What messages are coming forth as you are looking at this card? Now we're starting with self-love together for a reason, and that's because first we must heal within before we look without. So we are turning this lens within for ourselves and not just looking at this from a broader perspective as a reader today. But we're allowing this lens to explore for us any intuitive messages that come from Raven for us, for ourselves on our journey. What words do you hear? What messages do you hear? What understandings arise for you? And take some time here and allow yourself to jot these intuitive understandings down. So go ahead and pause the video here, take as long as you would like, writing down the intuitive messages that come to you through looking with Raven at your own reflection. This card is going to walk hand in hand with you this week. This message of self-love and of looking with acceptance at our own reflections, pure unconditional acceptance at our own reflection through every moment this week, is going to be the journey that we share with this card. It's the walk that we share with this card. It's powerful, it's tangible, and it can be a little bit scary to think that each and every moment we are honoring our experience completely, not deadening any intuitive side of ourself or part of ourself through any experience, but instead looking at it openly and clearly. It is through this completely present experience, this awareness of what we are doing in each and every moment, of the self that is presenting in each and every moment, that we are able to offer ourselves love to heal the shadow aspects of ourself that are crying out for our attention and acceptance, that it is so easy for us to avoid doing in our daily life. And so Raven in this card is calling our attention to the ways in which we are staying wounded, staying afraid, staying small, staying broken, so that we can bring those areas back into balance and be empowered and authentic in our experience, so that we can embrace our own spark of divinity within the self, so that we can hear the message of our soul, so that we can connect with our heart, so that we can be present to what the next best move or step or way of being is in each and every moment, so that we can show up fully present in each moment. Anytime this week when you feel things maybe spiraling out of control, or that there's fear coming up for you, or that you're forgetting the power within yourself, or the experience that you would like to have, and instead shifting into the pattern of an experience that is continually repeating for yourself, Raven will allow you and assist you to call up this image and to remember to step into an exploration of your reflection. This exploration is without judgment. We are not judging here. We are just bringing awareness and honor to this reflection. Whether it's beautiful or frightening, whether it's delightful or scary, whether we are ashamed or sad of our reflection, we are looking at it, we are honoring it, and we are loving it into wholeness and wellness by, and this is all it really takes here, guys, this week, by not running from it, but looking at it head on and acknowledging it, by offering it love, by offering it a hand to step into wholeness, to step into balance again. It's when we run from this that we then step into a fractured way of being, and this is the message that Raven is encouraging us to explore this week. That monster that's hiding inside of us, that thing that we are afraid of or ashamed of or guilty about or frightened of, it stops being this huge, frightening thing when we can look at it and love it enough to say, I accept you as you are, and I still love you, and I offer you my hand. And that's when we shift that energy, is by that acknowledgement. And so Raven is assisting us in this experience this week. And we will probably find a myriad of times over the next 7 days where this image assists us, because we're opening up to this type of healing. It's very powerful and it's life-changing. And the beauty is that this life-changing experience doesn't need to be complicated. Such a beautiful image. It is also through this real seeing of all the sides of ourselves that we can feel that connection to Source and to the divine as well, understanding that it is a part of us, that we are a part of it, and that there's nothing that we can do to disconnect ourselves from Source. It's only our perception that we are disconnected from Source, that we are not good enough, that we are not worthy enough, that we're not loved enough, that we're unheard, that we're just not worth it. When those things come up for ourselves and we feel that disconnection from Source, this card, Self-Love, the energy of Raven, is encouraging us to plug back into Source connection and to realize that we're never separated from the voice, the love, and the experience of connection to the divine. That is our birthright. There is nothing you can do to take away that experience. There's nothing you can do to take away that connection. It's always present. So allow yourself to sit with this. Allow yourself, after you finish watching this first video in the series, to do some journaling with the idea that you cannot be disconnected from Source. How does that feel for you? What does it feel like to know that you cannot be disconnected from your experience of the divine, of the God, of Goddess, of Great Spirit? That you can never be disconnected from that. It's only your belief that you're disconnected that allows you to have that experience. So allow yourself to journal about what your beliefs are in relation to, is the divine punishing you when you fail? When we have to look at this reflection, that's maybe not the easiest for us. This card is allowing us to see that even when we feel we failed, even when we feel we've done something wrong, or we've fallen short, or we should be ashamed of ourselves, we never lose our own intrinsic soul value, and we never lose that connection to the divine, to Great Spirit. We're always connected. So sit with that. Allow yourself to really get into what beliefs come up and what you what you're being encouraged to release that is keeping you from having that experience. This workshop is really your workshop. You're going to get out of this experience what you put into it. And so you will find that I'm constantly encouraging you to do journaling, to meditate with these messages that come through, to meditate with the card images, and to explore those messages yourself on your journey. This workshop can be a life-changing experience for you. It can also be a disappointing experience. It's up to you how you want to explore this workshop. So give yourself the gift of allowing yourself the time to really sit with these messages that come through in these videos, with your own personal meditations and card work, with the card spread we're going to do each week, with the daily draws, with the meditations and the questions for journaling, so that you can really get deep into working with these cards and come out of this experience in a space that is balanced, grounded, and authentic, and that also allows you to see just how deep you can go with card work. So before we finish our time together in this first video, and before we start talking about your homework for this week, what I would like to do with you is to read to you the card meanings by Sandra for each card every week. And this week we're going to read the card meanings for card 10, self-love. So you don't need to read this with me, just allow yourself to close your eyes, breathe calmly, and experience the messages as they come through here. Self-love, Raven. As Raven looks at his reflection in the water, he sees the truth of who he is. The depth that we are willing to look at ourselves and unconditionally love ourselves is directly reflected back to us in the physical world. The ultimate surrender we can make is to the divine within us. All love flows from this surrender. What is reflected back to us in our lives is a direct manifestation of how deeply we can behold ourselves and know that we are the divine in living flesh. There are no parts of us or life situations that are separate from the divine. So if something has shown up for you in your life that does not feel like a reflection of your truth, it is an opportunity to bring it to your light, surrender to it, and love it as part of your life journey. Extreme self-love is about following your path and making decisions from moment to moment that serve your higher self and, as a result, serves everyone collectively. Extreme self-love is not always the easiest path and can take great courage to exercise. To make decisions from moment to moment that serve the higher good, we must be able to look deeply at the truth of our reflection and listen to our inner guidance. So again, give yourself a few moments here to sit with the messages that come from your own inner guidance right now. Now let's talk about our homework for this week. I have a separate video that I will upload with this one that just has your homework in case you're feeling a little nervous and you want to make sure everything's very clear for you. Every day this week you're going to do a daily draw with the messenger cards. You're going to give yourself time to journal your experience with the cards. You can use your guidebook, but I am going to also encourage you to sit with the intuitive messages of the inner guidance we were just reading about that come through with each and every card. You might like to put the self-love card on your altar or sacred space so that you can keep connecting with the picture physically throughout your week, and giving yourself time here and there to take even just a moment or two to connect with the energy of that vibrational being associated with that card, and checking in at that same time for the messages that that being has to share with you. Around the middle of this first week, there will be a video uploading with the specific spread for us to focus on this week that we will all be doing together. This does not mean you can only do one spread this week. You can work with your own spreads how you would like to, but there's going to be one spread uploaded on Wednesday that will give you more information about how to work with this self-love card as a spread for yourself in your life right now. At the end of this week, uploading around Friday, There will be a guided meditation for self-love. Again, that will be at the end of this week, giving you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to work with that meditation. Before that meditation, I am going to encourage you as part of your homework to sit with and give yourself at least 15 or 20 minutes to meditate with self-love by yourself. Now, don't feel anxiety about this. All you have to do is just step into the card image mentally and allow the situation, the experience to unfold from there. That's all you have to do with this meditation. If you're not a visual person, then just hold the card and close your eyes and meditate with that vibrational being. So at the beginning of the week, you'll have your own meditation. Midweek, you will do a spread with me. End of the week, you will do a guided meditation with me. Every day, daily draws with your deck, and you can use your entire deck for those daily draws. Journaling every day. Also in your journaling, I'm going to encourage you to write down 5 things you're grateful for every single day, in addition to the questions I'm about to share with you. As part of your journaling this week, I would like you to answer the following questions for yourself. First, we're going to answer our guidebook connection question. Where are we not seeing a reflection of our truth within our life? Then we will take a look at the question, how can we unconditionally love even the parts of ourselves we run from or are ashamed of? What specific messages does Raven have for you? And your last question for journaling, what parts of the self is he calling home for you to love? So these are just prompts for you, and you can choose to use them how you would like to, but I am going to encourage you to at least answer these once for yourself this week, giving yourself that gift of time to devote to yourself, to your own practice, and also to working with oracle cards as well, specifically the messenger cards for this workshop. So you're going to be very busy throughout this workshop, and that is a good thing. You're ready for this, and you can give yourself the gift of this time. You can allow the homework to fit into your own schedule as you see fit, and really just trust your experience, trust your guides, trust yourself, and trust your soul for starting this workshop, and also that whatever comes through is going to be what serves your highest good. That is my intention in creating this workshop, and it is, to my understanding, Sandra's intention also in creating this deck. So you are energetically supported with unconditional love in every way for this workshop. So go ahead and put your hands on your heart again. Feel yourself connected to the energy of this group, the energy of the beings that are supporting us on our journey. Allow yourself to feel grounded and protected. And know that you can come back to this feeling at any point in time over this workshop that you start to feel anxious or afraid. Put your hands on your heart, close your eyes. Slow your breathing and allow yourself to feel that protection and love and guidance. Feel free to join us on the Facebook group. If you haven't done that yet, it's a private group for this workshop. You can email me at the email address below, your email address, and I will send you a request to join the group. Once you accept that, you can join the Facebook group and join the conversation that all of us are having through working with the messenger cards. In the weeks before the workshop and also during the workshop. So it's a very busy, happy little group right now, and you'll find that I'm on there as often as I can be, just leaving messages, sharing messages, etc. So it's a wonderful place to connect with others that are taking this journey with you as well. I am sending you all much love and many blessings. Thank you for joining me for the first week of this empowering workshop. Much love.